start you off with an easy one. How did you start your career?
Um, I started playing music when I was real young. I can't really remember how old I was. Maybe like 7 years old. I picked up a guitar for the first time, and I was in a band in Saskatchewan. I was born and raised in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. I was with them from the age of like 14 till I was like 19, and then the pandemic hit in 2020, and we couldn't really get together, and the band kind of we all kind of went our separate ways, but I wanted to keep going and started writing songs for myself. And in May of 2021, I started performing. I just tried going to all these different places to get gigs. And in that summer, from May till August, I think I played like 40 shows or something like that. It was like so busy. And yeah, I just kind of started releasing music and posting on social media, TikTok, everything, man. I think I'm still trying to figure it out, but that's kind of how it all started, and hasn't stopped.
Gotcha, that makes sense. So, do you have any like hometown like credibility? So, if you go back to your hometown in Saskatchewan, do you get any of that recognition, like the Nickelback recognition, or is it kind of more discreet?
Yeah, for sure. Like when I go back to Weyburn, everybody knows who I am, and it's always really nice to come back and like see a bunch of people that I've known my entire life, and like everyone's stoked to see what's going on with my career. And yeah, it's always nice to play a hometown show too. It's good to get back and see all those friendly faces.
Right, that's good to hear. Are you the only one in your family that has a musical background, or is there anyone else?
Yeah, my grandfather on my mom's side was the first person I ever saw pick up a guitar. But he really knew like three chords. He just kind of strummed away for the family. And my mom and her sisters all took piano lessons, and they all love to sing. So that was about it though. I was really the only one that pursued it further than a hobby.
Okay. So why did you decide to take your musical career professionally or semi-professionally instead of just a hobby?
Uh, I decided to make music my career out of necessity, pretty much. Like I didn't really know if there was anything else in my life that like I wanted to pursue. I've never really seen myself like there's no other career I could see myself doing. So it was kind of like an all or nothing thing. I just kind of dropped everything else in my life. I left university. I didn't get a job, and I was like, okay, music's gonna be my job. I'm gonna perform for a living, and just grinded really hard. And it hasn't stopped. The grind hasn't stopped or anything, but it's just it's the only thing I could see myself doing. So I kind of had to make it happen.
Okay. So what would you describe your genre to be?
I would say rock and country are my two primary genres, and some songs kind of branch out from that a little bit. But I'd say those are the two main genres for sure.
Makes sense. And do you have any passions besides music?
Not really. I'll be honest with you. I'm not very good at anything else. So I sure hope this continues to work out because I don't have a backup plan.
Right. And do you write your own songs? Are you a songwriter?
I am a songwriter. Yeah, I try to write very often. It's something that's quite therapeutic for me, and I enjoy it a lot. And I've been doing a lot of co-writing lately as well, just writing with a bunch of other people and finding who I work well with, and yeah, that kind of thing. It's fun.
Cool. Cool. And do you have a process when you write your songs?
Um, Typically, music and melody will come to me first, but Sometimes the lyric comes first. It's kind of different on every song, but I'm definitely more inclined to do my musical ideas before the lyrics. I feel like I struggle with lyrics the most.
Right. And how do you handle suffering from writer's block if you do have writer's block?
Um, co-writing really helps me. Like if I get stuck on a certain song or just can't get any creative ideas whatsoever, hopping into a co-write with some people that I trust or work well with can usually get me out of a funk. It's pretty cool if I have a song that's not quite finished um or I haven't been able to finish. If I take it into a co-write, and typically getting someone else's perspective on that certain type of song can definitely help get me out of that block and help get that creative ideas flowing again.
Oh, okay. And do you have a favorite song you wrote or like to sing?
Um, oh man, probably my favorite song I've written at the moment is a song called "Living the Dream." We're putting it out on March 24th. And I'm really, really excited about it. It's just been a really cool song to work with, and I think it's got a real special place in my heart, and it goes over live really well. The crowd really seems to like it. I wrote that one with a couple friends, a guy named Mark Mackler from Edmonton and Drew Shalka from Edmonton as well. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite songs I've ever written. So I'm really excited about it.
Awesome. And you did mention that you went to university or college or whatever, so did you have a fallback option?
I was in university for music. I went to
Oh, okay.
McEwen Univer I was in McEwen University for music, and because I thought that that was the only way you could get a career in music. And after being there, I realized that it's not where I needed to be personally. It wasn't really beneficial to my career in a whole bunch of ways, so I decided to leave early. I did get a diploma, but I didn't finish the degree. So I just kind of left school and started chasing gigs and playing shows. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Right. And when was the last time you performed?
2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do you have any pre-performance or post-performance rituals or things you do before or after you perform?
Uh, Honestly, not really. Like, I can't think of anything that's like common. Like the boys and I, we don't really do a cheer or anything like that. Or uh, no, we just kind of walk out there and hope it goes good. I guess. And afterward, like I'll use like right after the show. Typically, I'm running off stage to go talk to people because like when you're building a career from the ground up, like always every fan is going to matter no matter what. But at these shows, building new fans is so important, and I just love talking to people after the shows and getting pictures and all that stuff. Some people hate it, but like I could do that all day. I love talking to people that enjoy what we do on stage. So yeah, I just go talk to people after the show. That's my favorite thing.
Gotcha. So if I ever come to one of your shows, I'll make sure to say hi to you because I'll bet you I'll find you sitting hanging out with the fans and crowd.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you could usually find me like for 2 hours after the show. I'll be hanging out and I'll have a beer with you for sure.
That's a good motto and good mantra for any upstarting musicians is to hang out with the fan base because a good fan base can go a long ways.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, very true.
And what is it like to perform on stage?
Oh man, getting out on stage, especially with the band, is just so therapeutic. Like Uh, I'll tell you right now, my entire body is sore right now because I go so hard on stage, like, and I just kind of let my energy take over, and whatever my body wants to do, we let it happen. So like, man, it's therapeutic for sure. It's so much fun, especially having a crowd that's really reactive and is enjoying what you're doing. It's really fun. So yeah, I don't know. It's a tough feeling to explain, but it's one of the best feelings in the world. I'll tell you that.
Awesome. And for example, if you're playing a gig and some of the crowd's like not interested or not paying attention to you, does that affect you at all? Or do you know, or do you handle it, or what's the process with that?
That's not an option. So I typically in that situation, I'll get the band to play and I'll jump off stage into the crowd, even if there's nobody there, and I'll stand there and get people up. Like I'll run around the room. I don't care, but we're gonna get the people involved because that's what we like to do. So yeah, I would say that I handle like a not very responsive crowd pretty well. Sometimes it takes them some time to warm up, but yeah, it doesn't really affect me too much because even if no one's paying attention, I just love playing with my band. They're awesome. So we're gonna have fun regardless.
That's great to hear. What's your favorite venue or place you've performed at?
Oh man, I don't want to get in trouble here. And I can't really pick a favorite. It's so hard. We just played at Ranchman's in Calgary and they are incredible. So good. Cook County Saloon in Edmonton, the Lions Den in Grand Prairie, and man, yeah, Rail Yard Saloon in Regina. I love every venue. I love them all. They're all so great. I couldn't even give you a list of my bad venues because there aren't many. So oh, Rose and Crown and Banff, man, like there's so many. Uh, there's just so many great people out there, man, and it's awesome to go play for them at in any venue. So I love playing everywhere. It's just great.
That's a really good answer.
Thank you.
And is there a dream place you want to perform at, like a dream venue or something like that that you've always, ever since you were younger, like, man, I want to play there so bad.
Yeah, I think the Red Rocks Amphitheater in Colorado just seems like a really cool spot.
Hmm.
A lot of people film their like live band videos there, and it's like it's so cool. So many of my favorite people have played there. So yeah, that's definitely the spot.
But and would you say you like touring?
Oh man, touring is awesome. It's so fun. I have so many stories that I could like just tell about touring, but most of them are like so messed up that like it's just crazy.
Okay.
My guitarist Roman, he will always like anytime we're on the road, he'll turn to me. He's like, "Man, why does this stuff happen to us?" And I'm like, "Man, I have no idea. It's just there's so much that can go wrong, uh, but after it's all said and done, it's like the best memories in the world. It's so
Right.
much fun. Even when you get like 2 hours of sleep, it's like we're just having a blast, and it's awesome. Especially when you're doing it with people that you love.
Hmm.
My band is amazing, and my girlfriend gets to come on the road with us quite often, which is just awesome. So yeah, we just have a lot of fun. I love touring. I don't think I'll ever stop.
That's a good answer and great to hear. And some of them stories that I'll listen to it when we have that beer.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds great.
And in that aspect, like, what are some direct positives and negatives for when you tour?
Oh man. Positives is like just building a fan base, and also getting really comfortable on stage in like any capacity. Because like we could play for 400 people one night and play for 20 people the next night,
Right.
and you got to be okay with that, right? Every show can't be the best show in the world. So, and you also perform in the best of conditions and the worst of conditions. Like I've performed where my voice was like gone. Like I had nothing left in the tank and we just kept going. Um, so you learn to adapt really quick, and you get really, really good at playing your songs. Like
Okay.
once you play so many shows, it's like playing isn't even, you don't even think about it, or singing, you don't even think about it. You just think about performing and having fun. Uh, I don't really get stage fright anymore. We just go out and have fun. Uh, Cons. I lose things on the road all the time because like you're getting into a new city, and like I'll leave stuff behind. And so much can go wrong. Like
Mhm.
uh, after we just played a show in Edmonton like a month ago, and my car got stolen.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like, you know, but we got to Grand Prairie the next day to play the show. That's all that matters, right? So like
Right.
we just keep going. Yeah, there's I could give you so many pros and cons, but that's just a couple, I guess.
Okay. Well, those are good pros and good cons too. So, and would you say you'd like to do anything differently or change in your music career so far? Or are you happy with what you've accomplished?
Oh man, I'm so happy with what I've accomplished so far, and I can't even say I like saying we because like I have a team with me that I couldn't do what I do without them. Uh, my drummer Cody Mack, he got me into this country music scene in Alberta and like kind of opened a lot of doors for me, and like he helps me with tour managing and booking and everything. And then like Roman, my guitarist, like man, he makes sure everybody knows their stuff on stage. Like yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing, but he sure does, which is awesome. And like I work with my two producers, Chris Demas and Madison Nickel. Like we're working on some new tunes right now. Like I think we have done a lot in the
Mhm.
last just year, and I'm so happy. And like nothing's gonna change overnight. I know like overnight success isn't like overnight successes happen in 10 years, right? So we're just gonna keep grinding because I love the process. I just love seeing the result, like the fact that like we'll go play in Calgary like we did 2 days ago, and there was way more people there this past time than there was the first time we played in Calgary.
Right.
The first time I played in Calgary, I played for 15 people, and I think there was like 400 or 500 people in Calgary a couple days ago. So it's pretty cool to like see that kind of growing, and yeah, it's fun.
Wicked. And speaking on that, my next question, what's a realistic expectation for you in 10 years? To where do you see yourself?
Oh man, uh, I don't know. I honestly probably doing the exact same thing, just hopefully bigger venues. I would love to just be able to tour across North America pretty consistently. Um, I don't know, like 300 person rooms, 400 people, like that. I'm happy with that. If we're selling out those size of rooms every time, like that's awesome to me, man. I don't need to be playing stadiums. Like that sounds like fun to me. So honestly, just keep doing the same thing and just keep putting out new music, and like I, I don't know. It's hard to say what's gonna happen 10 years from now.
Right. And so for my next little part here is the Q&A where I'm going to ask some questions about you just to get to know you better. So what's your
Yeah.
favorite color?
Black.
Why black?
I don't know. I
Oh,
look good in black, I think. Like that's just kind of what I wear. I'm wearing this right now, but like, uh, yeah, I don't know, because it goes with everything, and I don't know, it's always cool. It's always a
yeah.
cool, yeah, yeah, I'd say that, yeah.
What's your greatest accomplishment in your life?
Whew. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I don't know. Uh, I I really couldn't tell you, man. That's I don't know. I think just maybe it's not a pinpoint of like one certain thing, but like I truthfully like I'm very proud of myself for like taking a risk and like starting a music career and like getting to where I am now. I think that's an accomplishment in its own, and it's not like one certain thing. It's always growing and changing. But I sometimes I forget to like pat myself on the back for all the like I would say I work pretty hard, and yeah, I'd say just like doing what I'm doing right now is a pretty big accomplishment. So I guess I'd say that.
Awesome. Awesome. And what's your favorite holiday?
Um, man, I love Christmas. Christmas is awesome. It's great. Like I'm on the road a lot, and lots of my family's back in Saskatchewan. So like anytime I get to go see my family and like all my extended family, like my cousins and my aunts and my uncles and my grandma, like that's the best. That's so great. And eating so much food, man. It's so good. Yeah. There's nothing better than being with family at Christmas. That's always like the best reset, and it always brings me so much joy to be surrounded by so much love, and family's like so important. I just love my family.
I agree. Family's a key thing in everyone's life, I think.
Oh yeah.
So, where's the coolest place you've traveled or toured?
Um, when I graduated high school, I actually lived in Belgium for a year.
Wow.
I Yeah, it was like a year-long exchange program. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I took a gap year and I did this exchange to Belgium, and that was super cool. We like met so many great people, amazing experiences. I got to travel to like all the surrounding countries as well, like France, Spain, Luxembourg, Germany, and Holland. Like it was so much fun. So I that was definitely the best. And touring, uh, I've really just toured like central Canada, like
Okay.
Alberta, Saskatchewan, kind of. But like this year, we're branching out to like all the way to Vancouver and Toronto. We're
Awesome.
playing all over. So yeah, it's gonna definitely be expanding this year for the touring. So yeah.
Sweet. And what does your average week look like?
My average week, during the week, I have a lot of like just Zoom meetings and stuff like that, and like talking with people about bookings and everything like that. I do a lot of co-writing during the week. I'm working on bookings all the time, making TikToks and like different types of social media content. Uh, that keeps me really busy. I live stream on TikTok all the time. And then once we hit Thursday or Friday of every week, I'm usually playing somewhere, driving all over to go play some shows with the boys. So yeah, that's the weekends are wild, and though during the week you'll find me in my sweatpants with a guitar in my hands, and yeah, just hanging out and working on all the boring stuff. I guess the weekends are exciting, and the weekdays are not boring, but just like a bit, I guess, a bit more admin work, I guess, like the tedious stuff.
Gotcha. And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And where are you located out of right now?
I'm living in Lethbridge currently. Um, Whenever I'm not on the road, which is like 50% of the time I'm here and 50% I'm somewhere else.
Gotcha.
My girlfriend's going to school here in Lethbridge, so I live with her whenever I'm not on the road.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you, do you have like a music idol or someone you like can attribute your music to? Like someone that inspires you to? Do you have like a certain someone, like for example, some people say Eric Church because of like the voice, like there's rock and roll and country, or
Uh, I don't know, man. I like a lot of different folks. I take a lot of like I've always been a big Nickelback fan. Like you said earlier, like Nickelback is just great. Newer country, like I love Hardy, Co Wetzel, Chris Stapleton. Um, yeah, I have trouble like thinking of stuff right off the hop, but yeah, just a lot of different folks. I don't think I have like one idol that I like look up to, but there's definitely a good chunk there.
right?
I love Zach Bryan too. He's killer.
Uh, what's your favorite TV show and movie?
TV show. Oh man. Oh, dude. I don't know. I watch so much. That's what else I do during the week. I watch so much Netflix, it's not even funny. Um I love The Office. I know that's a very cliche answer, but it's so good. I've always loved Breaking Bad. Um what else are we into? Uh Currently watching the third season of Outer Banks.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty good. There's definitely more that I can't really pinpoint right now. Favorite movie of all time though is School of Rock, Jack Black. I think I watched that movie for the first time when I was like 6 or 7, and like man, that was like a giant inspiration to just be a rock star.
yeah. And plus, he has a really good band too. Like their music, awesome. It's a
Oh
little,
yeah,
it's a little different, but it's good music. Um, what is one thing that
oh yeah,
instant?
for sure.
Yeah. What's one thing that instantly makes your day better?
Oh man, uh, my girlfriend. Whenever if I'm having a bad day and getting to talk to her or hang out with her is that's always the best.
Great answer. I'm pretty sure she's glad you said it.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
And what are some of the things you're most thankful for?
Oh man, I have such like I've said, I have such good people in my life. I'm so thankful to have the close friends and family that I do, supporting me throughout my not just my career but my life. Sometimes it's just so nice to have like someone to just talk about your day. Like I call my dad all the time, and that's great. I'm so thankful for those friends and family that are just incredible. And just I don't know, life is a beautiful thing, man. I'm thankful I get to do what I love, and I'm thankful I don't work at a desk job because I would not like I can't see myself doing anything else. I think I'm very lucky to do what I love for a living, so I'm thankful for that.
Good answer. Good answer. Is there anything you wish people knew more about you? Some like if you could tell people like something that they don't know.
Huh. I don't think I've like said this in a lot of interviews or anything, except like I used to have a crazy, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I had a crazy obsession with the Wiggles when I
Okay.
was like from the age of like 2 till like now. I'm just
Hmm.
kidding, but like I just like that was my first big musical inspiration was the Wiggles. And I thought they were just awesome. I saw them in concert when I was 4, and like I don't talk about that that much, but like that's where I actually really got started, was loving the Wiggles. So yeah, I don't think a lot of people know that.
That's a good answer. But honestly, like some of the most, you can tell people with their personality of what shows they watch when they were kids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And what's your favorite animal?
I love dogs. Dogs are awesome. I got my dad has our dog, little Yorkie poodle named Roxy. She's getting pretty old now. She's 14, but she's still kicking. So
Yeah,
yeah, I love dogs. They're great.
dogs are just like a pure animal. They're caring, kind, considerate. They got the whole shebang.
Yeah, that's right.
And do you have any siblings?
I do. I have one sister. She's what is it? A year and a half older than me, and she's a nurse.
Oh wow.
So yeah, yeah. She's awesome. I love her.
And do you have any tattoos?
I do actually. Yeah, I got this one on my arm right here. You probably can't read it, but I'll just tell you it's the lyrics from the song Cover of the Rolling Stone.
Oh yeah,
And
I love that song.
yeah, yeah. So that's always been my mom and my kind of song. And we actually lost my mom last July to pancreatic cancer, which was a pretty crappy time, and still struggling with that. But it's actually in her song. It's in her handwriting. So it's kind of nice. No matter where I am, I kind of have a piece of her with me. I can. It's on this arm, so like if I look down when I'm playing guitar, I can see it, and it kind of
Oh
just
yeah.
gives me a good feeling. So yeah, that's my one and only tattoo right now. But my girl, she's got like, oh, I'll probably be wrong in saying how many. I think she has like 13 or 14 tattoos.
Right.
And she inspires me to want to get more. So
Okay.
especially once I got one, I was like, oh, let's keep her going. So I think we're gonna go get one together soon. Like not the same tattoo, but just go get tattoos at the same time pretty soon here.
Right.
So yeah.
I would like to say I'm sorry about your mom. I would
Oh,
like to just
thanks, man.
point that out there. And I also have a tattoo. It's I don't know if you can see. Hold on. Let's see if I can get that. It's there we go. See that? There we go.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, so the semicolon is means I'm an advocate for mental health. The lightning bolt is a symbol for strength and determination. The heartbeat is for to keep going in life and keep going. And then in the middle, it's a valknut, which basically means to overcome any ups and downs in life.
Oh, that's awesome, Dylan. I love it.
And then the little one that's kind of right there, the two lines, that's called chevron, and it means to create your own reality.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Um, and what's one thing you wish you could do that you haven't done yet? That's in your big plans.
Oh, I don't know. I think there's a lot that's like still left to be done. I feel like we're just getting started. Um, I'd love to play an arena. Like that'd be
Mhm.
cool. Like opening for a bigger artist. I think that'd be awesome, and then it's something that's probably like hopefully gonna happen. Maybe by that 10-year mark, we'll see. So yeah, yeah. I think there's lots left to be done. It's kind of hard to pinpoint. Uh, I just kind of like I said, I don't really set like a crazy. I don't like setting any crazy goals. because then you might be disappointed when you don't achieve them. I
Right.
just, I would rather be able to like, if I look back on what I was doing a year ago from today, I'm doing a lot better today than I was a year ago. So it's
Okay.
like, okay, I hope I can be doing a lot better a year from now than I am today. You know, like
Right.
I I just want to keep having a constant progression, and it's nice to see that payoff too, you know, like
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I hadn't even a year ago from today, I hadn't even played a full band show as Brayden King. I was
Right.
just like playing an acoustic guitar, and that was it. And now I don't even do acoustic gigs very often anymore. It's always with the band. So it's
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, you know, I just love it. It's great.
Do you have any merch? That's a big question
I
of mine.
do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, I do have merchandise. You can find my merch on my website, BraydenKingMusic.com. Yeah, you can order it from there, and I sell merch at my shows too.
Sounds good. Sounds like I have to get some merch.
Yes, sir. Let's get you repping.
Oh yeah. And is there anyone you'd like to shout out and promote with our final 2 minutes?
Um, yeah, I guess my band. One more time, Roman Kozlowski on guitar, Cody Mack on the drums, and man, I got way too many friends in the industry that like I would feel bad if I didn't shout out all of them, and I know if I started I would miss somebody. So I'm just
Shout
gonna
out to
keep it in my
everyone, right?
shout
Shout
out to
out to
everyone. I keep it in my little family, and yeah, that's where we're going with it.
that's a good answer, and I'd like to thank you so much for having the time and interviewing with me. And I really do like your music, and you're going up, and I hope in 10 years, I'll be looking at you, and you'll be with doing a whole bunch of gigs that you've always wanted.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, and yeah, thank you so much for reaching out. It was great to get the chance to chat with you, and hopefully we can see you at a show sometime. Where are you from, by the way?
Leduc. So if you're ever in Leduc or Edmonton area, let me know, and I'll try to make it. Or if you ever like want to just tour the Edmonton or tour the Leduc, let me know, and because I know some good spots for us or for you.
Cool, man. All right, that sounds great, Dylan.
All right, thank you so much again, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too, man. Take care. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.